All right, afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you all doing?
Great.
Great. All right. First of all, just wanted to say really appreciate all the guys that spent time with us in the off season, all the hard work and sacrifice that they put in. Particularly, this is a tough time in the business for everyone. As a ST coordinator, I deal with the whole roster, so in the last 24 hours, there are a lot of tough conversations that have to happen. However, we are excited about the season and getting going. So with that, we'll open it up to questions.
HT, both Homer and Agwamiga to IR. What challenges did that put on you to lose two guys that have been a lot to your unit?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to understate the fact that you're asking about Eamon and Homer, that they're really good contributors for us. They do an outstanding job. They are productive as heck. But that happens in this business. So the young guys have been challenged and they got to step up. And it's time to rock and roll. So let's go. It's what we live for.
What do you like about Jalen Johnson coming back?
Well, we like Jalen defensively and we like him on special teams as well as DeMarco. So looking forward to both of those guys coming in and helping us on defense and on special teams.
Could you take us back to Friday night when Jade makes that the tackle on kickoff return right after the touchdown? I mean, is that a sort of moment that like seals it for you when you see a guy of when you're in these meetings and they're cutting down the roster being somebody you stand behind?
Yeah, well, the thing about you're asking about Jade. The thing about Jade is he's been the same guy since he got here in the offseason. So he loves football. He works his tail off. And we were excited to see him make that play, and we're excited to see how he can help us in the future.
How do you describe his manner? A lot of other coaches are talking about how infectious kind of his energy is, but how would you describe who he is?
Passionate, loves football, sits in the front row like you are right now. Is in the front row all the time, always asking questions, not kiss butt questions, real questions. So, in that way, I've seen a guy that really cares about football, and he's earned his opportunity. Now is really time for him to get to work and prove that he deserves the opportunity. You got to prove that every day in the NFL, every day. Sorry, Herb, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Actually, this time of year, there's a lot of roster gymnastics. Guys get released, sign right back. Devin Duvernay got released today. Ideally, is that somebody you guys would like to have back in the return game?
Well, yeah, like you just stated, like there's a lot of transactions that happen over the next 48 hours and the last 24 hours. So it's a lot of transactions this time of year. So that just is what it is.
What's your assessment of Torrey Taylor's camp?
Yeah, really good camp. Hit the ball really well. Finished the Kansas City game strong. He is coming into his own. I think hitting the stride for the season, and that's what we want. So yeah, he's done a nice job. He works his tail off at it. He cares a lot.
Back to Jade, did he have a lot of special teams experience in college? I guess I'm wondering how much of this is new to him.
Yeah, I mean some of it is new to him, but he did do some things in college which we looked at and we liked and we scouted. Not only from our scouting department, and then they gave it to us and we looked at it. So those guys in the scouting department do a phenomenal job. They work year round to identify talent that could help in all areas, not just special teams, offense, defense, special teams. So it was on tape.
Is your return game where you want it to be?
Is my return game where it wanted to be? No, I want a touchdown every time. I want a touchdown every week. So there's never be there because we will never be satisfied, no matter how many plays we make.
Having been here through the coaching change, what feels different at the end of this training camp heading into the season than maybe a year ago even?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really go back that far, honestly. I mean, it's a good question, but I'm just full steam ahead at what the challenges are right now. And I just know we got a team that loves football, that's excited about playing ball, and we got coaches that are coaching them, and the players are responding, and that's what I look forward to every day.
Back in the day, a 50-yard field goal was not something that happened very often. It seems so commonplace today. How does that affect that game when you're in the middle of the field in terms of decision making?
Yeah, that's a great question because a lot of those fourth down aggression type decisions have to be made, depending on what you want to do, depending on who you're playing, who your punter is, who their returner is, who your kicker is. So it's definitely changed in the game right now. So it's a challenge. It's good.
Richard, I wanted to ask you about a drill I saw you guys working on where you had like a kind of a dodgeball type ball and you're bouncing it up toward the end zone. I assume that's to work on keeping kickoffs and punts out of the end zone to avoid touchbacks.
I cannot discuss any drills that we do in front of everyone because other teams might try to do our drills. So we can talk about it offline. But I appreciate your question. But I'll talk to you about it later.
Was that
Yeah.
the lane discipline drill that you guys were doing today, was that a fair assessment of what that was?
It was almost, it was, yeah, almost that.
Richard, did you get a sense of what happened to Austin Booker on that kickoff a couple weeks ago?
No, I don't.
What when he's healthy, like what does he provide for you guys on special teams?
That's what he's trying to prove. You know, he is a good player with really good rush ability that we like. You know, I don't see any reason why he couldn't do what he does and what he's been doing. So he's helped us in many ways on special teams, not just on kickoff. He's helped on punt return. He was in on punt return on that block kick that Hardy had versus Tennessee. So y'all just stay in tune because he's always out there. You just got to see when he's out there.
Richard, what are a couple things Hardy's done to earn your trust?
Make plays. All you gotta do is make plays. When you make plays, you earn more and more trust. So we talk about building up money in the emotional bank account. So the more plays you make, the more money you got in our emotional bank account. Less plays you make, you don't have any money in there. So everybody like money in their bank account, right? There you go.
When you're building a new offense system and a new defensive system, does that make it more challenging to get the players that you need on teams than it would be if you had an established offensive system, established defensive system with the players that had already been established in said systems and like when you start from scratch?
Yeah, I think it's just part of ball. Like I think the roster's always evolving. It's always changing. Ben talks about it being the best 69 that we can have, including practice squad guys. So we expect our practice squad guys, all right, to in some form or fashion, they're gonna help us down the line. So we don't just look at it as 53. We look at it as 69, and this, it's forever changing. It's always in pencil. It's never in pen. And that's what I let them know on special teams. Like, it's every day you got to prove yourself.
Luke was the only long snapper you had today. Did he win that job, or is that another spot that's sort of in flux because of the roster?
Yeah, this time of year, coach, a lot of transactions happen. So there's really nothing there. I mean, Luke's on the practice squad. Love Luke. He's done a phenomenal job in camp. But this time of year, it'd be all kind of moves being made. So
What did Scott prove to you last year? Scott Dale.
what did he prove? That he's an NFL snapper. Good. All right. Thank you all.